In recent years, Nvidia has been moving ever further beyond the familiar image of a company associated exclusively with graphics cards and data centers. And according to sources inside the industry, we are now witnessing one of the most underrated yet potentially explosive directions of its development: artificial intelligence technologies for personal audio devices, primarily next-generation headphones that in the future may directly challenge the dominance of Apple AirPods and the Samsung ecosystem. And although Nvidia has never formally announced any intention to release its own consumer headphones, a close analysis of the past years, research, patents, closed projects, partnerships, and leaks makes it clear that the company has been systematically building a technological foundation that fits this segment perfectly, with everything beginning from seemingly secondary solutions such as Nvidia Broadcast, an AI platform for real-time voice cleaning and noise suppression initially positioned as a tool for streamers and video conferencing, but in reality, becoming proof that Nvidia's neural networks can outperform traditional hardware noise cancellation algorithms used in most modern headphones. And according to The Verge and MIT Technology Review, the company's engineers achieved a key breakthrough as the neural network does not simply mute noise but intelligently isolates human speech while preserving timbre, intonation, and even microdynamics of the voice, which still remains a weak point even for top-tier AirPods Pro. While in parallel, Nvidia's research divisions worked on projects such as Earbuds, a system of distributed AI noise suppression for wireless headphones, where each earbud becomes part of a unified neural network system, exchanging audio data and cleaning the signal synchronously. And although formally this was an academic project, Bloomberg sources claim that Earbuds became the internal proof of concept, demonstrating that full-scale neural noise cancellation is possible, not in the cloud or on a PC, but directly inside a compact wearable device. And from that moment, insiders say, Nvidia began an active phase of developing ultra-energy-efficient audio AI models capable of running on microchips with minimal power consumption, the key challenge for any wireless headphones. And this is where the company's work in edge AI, Jetson, and specialized neural processors comes into play. Originally created for robotics and autonomous systems, but now proving to scale perfectly to personal gadgets. While according to Nikkei Asia, in 2024 to 2025, Nvidia sharply increased funding for divisions working on multimodal models, including audio understanding, spatial sound, environmental analysis, and voice recognition in noisy environments. Everything directly required for the next generation of smart headphones. And special attention is being paid to developments in spatial audio and AI sound rendering, where Nvidia applies the same principles as in graphics, tracing, environmental modeling, reflections, and sound sources. And according to company engineers, the neural network can in real time rebuild the soundstage based on head position, ear shape, and surrounding space, creating a sense of presence that surpasses Apple's current spatial audio. And this is exactly where the most interesting part begins, because according to several sources, including Reuters and Financial Times, a closed-door discussion is now taking place within Nvidia at the top management level on whether to limit itself to the role of a technology supplier by licensing its AI audio solutions to major headphone manufacturers, or, for the first time in the company's history, to take a step toward its own consumer product. And while the second option looks risky, since Nvidia has never directly competed with Apple and Samsung in the personal device segment, nor built retail chains or managed a mass-market brand for everyday gadgets. On the other hand, industry insiders say the arguments in favor are becoming increasingly convincing. The headphone market is stagnating, innovation is evolutionary rather than revolutionary, and Apple has effectively locked users inside its ecosystem, leaving room for a technological strike from the outside. Sources claim that within Nvidia, a scenario is being considered in which the company either launches its own reference product, not necessarily a mass market one, but one that demonstrates technological superiority, or creates a joint brand with one of the leading headphone manufacturers, where the key value lies not in design, but in the AI core. Nvidia is already actively cooperating with Asian OEM manufacturers, including companies from China, South Korea, and Taiwan, and according to insiders, several contracts for the implementation of neural noise suppression and AI audio processing are in the final stage of negotiation. However, sources emphasize that there is no single opinion within Nvidia's leadership. One group believes the company must move to a new level and stop being the invisible brain inside other companies' devices, while the other fears a direct confrontation with Apple, which can respond not only technologically, but also through its ecosystem. At the same time, the year 2026 is being mentioned more and more often behind the scenes. According to insiders, it is by this point that Nvidia plans either to officially announce its strategy in the personal audio segment, or to present partner products that will effectively become AirPods with an Nvidia brain. If this scenario comes to life, the world of personal gadgets may gain a new player that competes not through design and marketing but through pure technological superiority in artificial intelligence. And the familiar balance of power between Apple, Samsung, and other manufacturers may change much faster than the market currently expects. Analysts are also pointing to another important factor that indirectly confirms the seriousness of Nvidia's intentions in this direction: personnel shifts inside the company. According to the Wall Street Journal, over the past year, Nvidia has been actively hiring specialists in acoustics, digital signal processing, and energy-efficient neural processors, and some of them previously worked in Apple and Sony divisions, responsible specifically for audio products and wearable devices. Formally, these people are listed in teams working on multimodal AI and edge computing. However, sources say that inside the company they are developing confidential prototypes of compact AI modules capable of performing complex audio processing completely autonomously without connecting to a smartphone or the cloud. If this information is confirmed, it would mean a potentially revolutionary step: headphones that do not simply play sound, but constantly analyze the environment, separate speech from noise, adapt sound to the user, and even understand the context of what is happening. Several industry experts are already comparing the potential impact of such a product to the effect AirPods once had for Apple. But with the difference that Nvidia is betting not on the ecosystem, but on the intelligence of the device. According to analysts at Morgan Stanley, if Nvidia really decides to directly enter the personal headphone segment, this could become the first step toward a much broader strategy in wearable electronics, where audio will be only the entry point. That is why any rumors about an Nvidia headphones project are now perceived by the market not as an isolated story, but as a signal of a possible transformation of the company into a new consumer-level technology giant. There are still no official confirmations, but within the industry, the idea is voiced more and more often. If Nvidia does pull the trigger and enters this market in 2026, it will not just be another AirPods competitor, but the beginning of a new race where the decisive factor will be not the brand, but intelligence.